demonstration. So please note that during this webcast, you're going to be able to ask our product development team questions with the online chat functionality in your browser. And at the end, we're going to save enough time to answer some questions here in the studio as well. So actually, I want to start with you. Oracle recently announced a number of cloud services. Can you tell us a little bit more about these and sort of Oracle's security vision as well?
Sure, Troy. Excited to share more about this. Oracle absolutely envisions cloud can be more secure than on-premise. And security is now a reason to move to the cloud. To that end, Oracle is making significant investments and innovations across many aspects. First and foremost, Oracle is investing in proactive security at every layer of the technology and cloud computing stack. Everything from silicon to infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Oracle is also establishing leading security practices that span development, architecture, deployment, and maintenance. And Oracle is also hiring world-class cybersecurity professionals. Oracle has a strong history of delivering secure products for over 30 years, and its portfolio includes award-winning database security solutions such as Audit Vault and Database Firewall. And Oracle is also a leader in identity and access management with its comprehensive solution for directory, governance, and access. Oracle Cloud incorporates the best of Oracle's security products, technologies, and processes. And the newly announced security cloud services are built on the tremendous intellectual property and security foundation.
So let's talk a little bit more about those challenges these security services are addressing.
Absolutely, Troy. Oracle is making significant investment in security cloud services overall. And today I'm going to talk about some of the initial focus areas of the ones that we've just launched. So the focus right now is around securely managing identities, secure development, and security monitoring and analytics. So the first new service is Identity Cloud Service, and that's one we're going to spend a lot of time talking and going in depth today about. Security Monitoring and Analytics Cloud Service is the second one, and it enables rapid detection, investigation, and remediation of today's security alerts. API Platform Cloud Service enables customers to develop APIs in a secure, agile environment. These new services, plus many more that will be coming, deliver a more secure environment and help our customers more quickly and securely adopt the cloud.
That's excellent. Okay, so let's drill into Identity Cloud Service a bit more. Peter, your team developed this service. Tell us a bit more about what exactly you're announcing here today.
Troy, we're really excited because we're introducing the Identity Cloud Service. So first, let's just talk about what is Identity Cloud Service. It's secure on-demand identity. It's identity as a service from the Oracle Public Cloud. It extends our leadership in identity and access management by providing a cloud-native security and identity management platform that's designed to integrate with the enterprise security fabric and to provide modern identity for modern applications. It's designed to rapidly integrate your applications into your identity management system from the cloud. It's built 100% on standards, so it's easy to interoperate and to integrate your applications. And of course, it's secure. Secure in how we design the application, as well as security that is inherited from the Oracle Public Cloud.
So why now? What's so important for our customers today?
Well, Troy, we're seeing an accelerated shift and massive shift of applications and workloads to the cloud. It started with SaaS, but we're seeing now a massive adoption of IaaS and PaaS to run custom workloads that are either lifted and shifted from on-prem or even native development that's being done from the cloud targeted for those environments. Even leading analysts agree that business-critical workloads in the cloud are set to double in the next 2 years, which is just amazing when you think about it. And interestingly, traditional security practices that are used to protect on-premise applications just really don't apply well to the cloud context. So a new approach is really needed. And Identity Cloud Service is really core to helping to provide that new approach. As we look at our customers and how they're trying to secure this new environment where you have applications that are everywhere, it requires a new approach to security, and really it's going to be founded upon doing an identity-centric approach. You know who that user is, you know what they're accessing, so you need to form a security policy and posture around that core foundation of identity-centric security architecture for all of your applications running on-prem and in the cloud.
All right, excellent stuff, really good, and I can feel our customers already getting excited about this new service. In fact, if you go to oracle.com/identity cloud, you can get more of the assets and information. We've got a lot of great information there for you. So now we're going to switch gears. I'd like to take a step back. Let's look at security a bit more. Akshay, you came from FireEye. You've worked at McKinsey, helping some of the highest profile breaches out there, working on risk mitigation strategies with these organizations. And so the question is, why isn't traditional perimeter security working, such as firewalls, intrusion detection systems? Why isn't it working in the cloud?
I mean, traditional security is not working today. And in order to understand that, we need to look a little bit at the environment to understand why. So if you look at application usage today, it's proliferating across cloud, on-premise, distributed environments. At the same time, the number of devices is dramatically increasing, right? So you see an explosion in the number of mobile devices, in wearables, in tablets, and also users are increasingly mobile. Gone are the days where the majority of the workforce is sitting in corporate. On the other hand, traditional security such as firewalls and IPS gateways are static. They're where they've always been, in the corporate data centers. And to further exasperate matters, adversaries are becoming more well-funded and persistent than they've ever been. So when you take all of these pieces together in this rapidly changing environment, IT organizations, security organizations are really struggling to protect and secure their environments. So in this environment in particular, user identities are the common element that span across applications hosted on-premise and in the cloud, through devices, through security gateways. And that's why it's absolutely necessary to have an identity-centric approach.
So you mentioned organizations being affected by these challenges. How are IT organizations being affected specifically?
So these are creating a broad set of challenges for IT organizations, Troy. One of the prominent issues that IT organizations are faced with is around cybersecurity skill. And let me just share a couple stats with you, Troy. There's over 1 million job openings for talented cybersecurity professionals, and a recent report said that 66% of those job openings could not be filled by skilled candidates. So essentially what you have is you got a scenario where you got a lot demand for highly skilled people, but not enough talent out there. And as a result, organizations are increasingly looking for solutions that are easy to deploy and implement for their security organizations as well as for their application developers. And so what you're going to see now is a lot of emphasis on smart, automated security, replacing a lot of traditional manual approaches for security.
Okay, so we've got challenges for the workforce, compounded with the complex IT environment. Peter, how are organizations addressing this?
Well, yeah, Troy, I think we have to look at, when you add all these things together, you have applications anywhere, you have users everywhere, you have network perimeter security that's no longer effective at addressing this new cloud environment. You compound that, as Akshay said, around the cybersecurity personnel challenges and challenges with filling those jobs. It's a daunting task for enterprise IT today to solve some of these challenges. So like I said earlier, it really has to start with identity. A modern identity management service has to act as the central hub driving identity-centric business logic of other security services around it. Now let's zoom out a little bit beyond just identity, and let's talk about what some of the security requirements that our customers have for securing this overall environment beyond just identity. So we look at it as a cycle of security that has to be managed. It goes from discovery to securing the environment to monitoring the environment to responding. On discovery, your employees and your users are using more IT services than ever, not just the IT services that your IT department gives them, but also the ones that they're self-selecting, otherwise known as shadow IT. So you need solutions to discover and gain visibility to this shadow IT usage, and even begin to control that to some degree, and make sure that your users are getting the services they need while still the enterprise complying with its requirements and policies. You have to secure these environments. That's not just providing preventative security. You have to provision security into the environments using a blueprint that you define so that it's common and not prone to human error, and also make sure you protect that data that's going to these environments. The cloud environments provide such powerful tools to the end users. They can share and collaborate and invite people in to look at documents, and you need to be able to have controls around that and be able to prevent the certain actions that you don't want to happen. But that doesn't guarantee security. You need to be able to monitor that as well. You have to make sure that the behavior of your users is really matching what your policies are. You want to look out for any anomalous activity that may be occurring. You need to look out for if there's any indications of account compromise. And it's no longer good enough to just secure the environment. You have to be able to detect these things very rapidly, and that comes from active monitoring of the environment. Finally, when you do detect that there's a problem, you need to be able to respond to that. And it's not just responding as in, filing a ticket or sending an alert. But if we really think about some of the challenges that Akshay mentioned around the cyber professional job openings, you just don't have enough workforce to deal with the volume of alerts and false positives that may be coming. So automation is really important as part of the response. How do you not only detect that there's a problem, but automatically remediate it, automatically kick off workflows to highlight the most important issues that need to be addressed by the security personnel. And finally, you need to take this entire cycle of solutions and you need to wrap that with common policy and ensure that you have common compliance across all of your environments in the cloud. We're working very hard from a product development perspective to deliver solutions against all of these requirements for customers.
All right, you talked about security, and now I want to take that to the cloud and discuss the security innovations we're bringing to the cloud. And joining us today is Ben Nelson. He's responsible for Oracle Cloud Operations, Security, and Regulatory Compliance. Welcome, Ben.
Thanks, Troy. Happy to be here.
So we just talked about this massive shift of applications and workloads moving to the cloud. How's this affecting your organization?
Yeah, so my organization is particularly responsible for security and regulatory compliance in the Oracle Public Cloud. And while security has always been a concern for our customers have gotten a lot more sophisticated on the matter, and so have we. And so what we've seen in the recent shift, in the recent past, is that our customers are asking more intelligent questions, and we're rising to the occasion and building solutions and systems that meet the requirements they're bringing to us.
Excellent. So what role is security playing in our customers' journey to the cloud with regard to regulatory compliance?
Yeah, so regulatory compliance is a really big deal for our customers and for Oracle as well. We at Oracle view regulatory compliance as an opportunity for us to have a one-to-many communication channel. There's not always an opportunity for us to have one-on-one engagements when it comes to describing security controls in our environment. And so our customers appreciate the third-party attestation they get out of a regulatory compliance framework, and we appreciate the fact that we can tell our story to many people at once via one vehicle.
So you mentioned all these cloud services being in the Oracle's cloud. What benefits do they get? What security do they get?
So customers get a wide range of security capabilities from the Oracle Cloud, and I like to call it the sliding scale of security responsibility. So if you think about the way that customers interact with the different types of cloud services that we have, we go from one end of the spectrum where we have SaaS services, where Oracle is providing the vast majority of the security capabilities and just the operational capabilities of the service itself. And then you go all the way down to the other end of the spectrum where you've got services such as compute, where we're handling everything up to the control plane and then handing off raw operating system images and things like that to our customers, where they control the vast majority of the capabilities that get built upon that and the security responsibilities that go into that. So the security things that Oracle provides to our customer base really varies pretty dramatically between them, going from full service security, full regulatory compliance, all the way down to basic core infrastructure security, and allowing customers to build whatever they need on top of that at the compute layer.
Okay, great. Thank you. And thank you so much for joining us and sharing your perspectives today.
Yeah, you're welcome. I was happy to be here.
With the announcement of the new Oracle Identity Cloud Service, Oracle's produced a series of new videos that outline the capabilities of this solution. And they're available at oracle.com/identity cloud if you want to take a look at all of them. But let's first take a look at this first overview video.
We've spent a lot of time and resources deploying enterprise-wide identity management for employees and partners with advanced governance and access management capabilities like single sign-on, monitoring, and operations. Your users are stuck using homegrown, disconnected identity solutions that don't extend fast enough to keep pace with new cloud services and line-of-business application deployments. Introducing Oracle Identity Cloud Service, a new on-demand service that gives all users a seamless and secure experience across multiple channels. Unlike first-generation Identity as a Service, Oracle Identity Cloud Service is part of a strategic hybrid identity solution, giving you a single point of management and one view of all your employees, partners, and customers across on-premises and cloud services. With a hybrid approach to identity management, you can blend the agility of the cloud with your on-premises investment. You decide how you want to manage identities, whether on-premises, in the cloud, or both, with an integrated identity hub and managed through a single pane of glass. Intelligent, context-aware capabilities enable Identity Cloud Service to determine whether a user is who they say they are in an instant and seek additional information if anything looks out of the ordinary. And by using open standards, Identity Cloud Services makes it easier to connect to third-party applications without hiring an army of computer science geniuses. Oracle Identity Cloud Service. Secure on-demand identity. Visit oracle.com/identity to learn more.
All right, what a great video. So Peter, Ben clearly outlined the security of the Oracle Cloud, but let's discuss a bit further about what makes Identity Cloud Service unique.
Well, Troy, the first thing I'd like to talk about, following on to what Ben talked about on Oracle Cloud, is security. So Identity Cloud Service itself provides a rich set of access control policies to protect applications. That's to protect SaaS applications as well as IaaS and PaaS environments and the workloads that run in those environments. We have some other great features around adaptive and risk-aware authentication as well. And let's also look at how Identity Cloud Service was built. It was designed and built as a cloud-native service based on microservices, completely with a zero-trust design. So those microservices running in the Oracle Cloud don't even trust each other, and they have to authenticate to each other and authorize to each other. And then finally, like Ben mentioned, it inherits a rich set of security capabilities from the Oracle Cloud platform itself, like transparent data encryption and schema isolation to protect our customers' sensitive identity data.
So the next key differentiator is with our open, standards-based approach to integration and development. Why is Oracle a leader in standards? And then how does this help our customers?
Well, first, Troy, Oracle is committed to API-first design, 100% API coverage of all product features. There's nothing you can see in the UI of Identity Cloud Service that is not available also as an API. And then talking about standards and leadership in standards, first, we're using exclusively in the 100% standards in the Identity Cloud Service. That includes SAML, SCIM, OpenID Connect, and OAuth. But further than that, we continue to champion newer and easier ways of integrating with applications, and we're doing that by driving the standards and evolutions of standards in the standards bodies. An example of this is we're leading the fast-fed OpenID working group to simplify and accelerate application integrations into Identity Cloud Service.
Okay, so you've made the case for security, for open standards. How about the environments our IDCS, our service, helps serve? Right? What's unique with our hybrid identity approach that no other vendor can claim?
Yeah, you mentioned the key point there. It's really around hybrid capabilities. We enable our customers to extend their on-premises access management and governance and identity management to the cloud as they gradually move their applications to the cloud. With identity management, applications are going to be running everywhere, and customers are going to need a system that can help them to migrate those applications to the cloud and continue to provide that comprehensive protection no matter where they're running. And it will also enable our customers to easily extend and synchronize the on-premises users' identities to the cloud. Our goal is to provide essentially a single pane of glass for identity management for our customers, whether the applications are on-prem or in the cloud.
All right, well, we've learned how IDCS can help address identity-centric security requirements, and what better way to experience it than to see it in action. So I want to welcome at this time Senior Director of Product Management, Andy Smith. He's on Peter's team, and he's going to show us a demonstration.
Thanks, Troy. What we're going to see today in this demo is Acme Inc. is a chip design company that wants to manage external partner users who collaborate with them on their chip designs. External identities can be a particular challenge because companies don't know the entire HR lifecycle of those users, and they typically don't want to mix those with employee identities. We're going to go through 3 steps in this demonstration. Ken Davis, the Acme admin, is going to onboard partner users and applications into his IDCS environment. Then James Harrison, one of those partner users, is going to perform some activities with sensitive data on his mobile device that are against policy, and he's immediately locked out. Lastly, we'll go back to Ken, who's the Acme admin. He gets an on-demand access certification and can revoke access, resulting in a permanent remediation of the violation. Okay, we start with Ken Davis, our Acme admin. We're going to see him onboard partner users from Active Directory, onboard some apps, and assign users to those apps. We start off with a fresh instance of the Identity Cloud Service, and you can see there's no users or groups inside. And we want to onboard some users from Active Directory. So we go down here to ID Bridge, and we're going to download the ID Bridge. We have to add a client, give it a name. We download less than a 1 megabyte file, install that locally on the Active Directory server, and come back to IDCS to configure it. There we've synced, and you can see 3 different partners are already here. I just select that, click Save, and if I go back to home, I've got 20 users already in IDCS, 3 groups, and we've got users onboarded. Next step after users, we want to go ahead and onboard some applications. So we go to Apps. First app we want to onboard is a custom application for the Partner Collaboration Portal. We take that, give some details about the application, including the URL. Authentication is going to be OpenID Connect with this app. Any authorization parameters that we need to fill in. And lastly, any custom attributes that may be necessary for SAML authentication, for example. Click Finish, and it's that easy to get a custom application onboarded. In addition to the custom application, we might want to pick some applications out of the app catalog. So we go here, we actually want to onboard Box, so we go to File Sharing, a couple options available. We select Box here, fill in some details about that, decide whether I'm going to authenticate with SAML or form fill, and then just test my connection with my administrative credentials. Everything's good to go. All right, so I've got the Partner Collab Portal onboarded, Box onboarded. Now I just assign users to the applications. So I come here, we'll do it through these groups, just assign groups, and I've got 3 groups I onboarded earlier. Click on those partner groups, finish, and I've now got users on, I've got applications, and I've got users assigned to those applications. Because these are external users coming in from off the network, I want to assign multi-factor authentication to get into the IDCS portal. So I just turn that on to make sure these are authorized users that are accessing. And now I'm all set up. So we switch to James Harrison, our end user. He's one of the partners collaborating on chip design. And he's going to access from his mobile device, manage his profile, and then actually perform some risky activities. And you can see how we can apply some controls. So on his mobile device, he's got the Acme Identity app, as well as the Oracle Mobile Authenticator for that multi-factor authentication. He launches the Acme app, signs in here. There's James Harrison, and remember we turned on multi-factor authentication, so it sent a push notification to his phone. He gets that push notification, simply swipes, clicks Allow, and boom, he's in to the Identity portal. From here, if he clicks on Menu, he can go and manage his profile, or he can update his picture, he can actually change his password, etc. What he wants to do is actually request access to the Box app. So he goes to request access for himself, and then just adds the Box app to his cart, checks out, and he wants it immediately. And after any approvals, boom, he's got access to both Partner Collab Portal and Box directly from his mobile device. We sign on to the Partner Collab Portal. It single signs on in, no more login screens that come up. And we see a bunch of chip designs that are available for him here. is actually going to take one of these and download it to his mobile device. And in the background, IDCS is integrated with a user behavior analytics engine that's watching James's activity. It sees that he's downloaded some sensitive information to an untrusted mobile device and has raised his risk score. So the next activity he takes is he actually tries to share this design file via Box, and when he does that, that's against policy, and so immediately we detect that, close the session, and he's signed out. We switch back to Ken Davis, our Acme admin. He's also been notified of this policy violation, and we're going to see automated remediation that's integrated with that user behavior analytics engine. He gets a notification to his phone that an on-demand user certification has been kicked off, and so he just has to click on that. It immediately takes him in. We can see that James Harrison's risk score is high, and we can decide to revoke access from James, and clicks on that, clicks complete, and immediately we've applied a remediation based on the risk score that's gone on. So Troy, I hope you saw during this demonstration how external identities can be a challenge for identity managers and how IDCS can help reduce costs and speed time to value through self-service and the center of an identity-centric security fabric that integrates with other cloud security solutions that address new security requirements where network edge-focused solutions no longer apply.
All right, thank you very much, Andy. Excellent demo. Before we land this plane, I got a couple questions I want to ask each of you. Akshay, why Oracle? So why is Oracle the security vendor our customers should partner with?
Yeah, sure, Troy. So Oracle is the only cloud vendor that gives you comprehensive security posture across your on-premise, hybrid, and cloud. And Peter talked to this earlier as well in the context of IDCS. Oracle understands that every customer journey is unique as they transition from legacy on-premise to the cloud. Some may choose to adopt private cloud models, some may choose cloud at customer, some may choose test and dev first, or even choose, to do some of their lift and shift of certain applications over time. So understanding that and giving that maximum choice and flexibility is something that Oracle strives to do. Oracle continues to invest multi-billion dollars in R&D and is making a significant investment in making sure that we build out the best security, and both for our company as well as for the cloud. In addition, Oracle has been building and leading security practices, everything from secure product development, architecture, the way software is deployed and maintained. And all of the steps as part of these leading practices are things that can be independently verified by security auditors. Oracle Software Security Assurance, OSSA, is just one example of Oracle's leading security practices. Oracle is a trusted security brand, and the most security-conscious organizations in the world have been trusting Oracle with their intellectual property, their sensitive data, customer and employee data for over 30 years. Today, we announced Security Cloud Services, and this is yet another example of how Oracle helps its customers move to the cloud in a more secure and quicker way.
That's right. Yeah, and so why Oracle? What about why Oracle for identity?
Well, let's just step back for a second and think about the conversation we've had up to this point first, which is users are everywhere, connecting from many places other than just the corporate campus. We have applications that are going everywhere into cloud environments, on-premises environments, private and public environments, and it's becoming a more complex landscape for IT departments to secure and to manage. And identity management, of course, is very critical to making sure you have a common thread through all of that complexity to be able to build your security architecture upon. So when you look at identity management, this is a mission-critical service. Your users cannot log into applications when identity management is down. So when you think about why Oracle for identity, we've been doing this for, first of all, a very long time, many decades, and we have decades of experience of delivering a mission-critical capability to our customers, and we're happy to be extending that now to cloud so that we can continue to support our customers' journeys as they support and secure the applications in this much more comprehensive and complex environment that they have to manage. Finally, we're really excited about what Identity Cloud Service is going to provide to our customers. Security, It's open, 100% open and built on standards, API first design, and hybrid. So it's designed to match where our customers are coming from and where they're going to. So we're really pleased and think that this will provide a great solution to the customers.
All right, excellent insights from both of you. Thank you so much. Now we're going to turn it to the customers. We're going to let you have an opportunity. So go ahead and insert your questions through chat, and we'll go ahead and answer some of these here as well. Again, we have the product development team also available answering your questions in real time online. And also, if you want to go find out more, again, oracle.com/identity cloud to see more information. So the first question here for you, Peter, is I heard about Oracle acquiring Polera. How does that fit into what you've been discussing here today?
Yeah, we're very excited to be announcing that we'll be acquiring Polera. So Polera is a cloud access security broker, and that provides critical capabilities that match up to the requirements we discussed earlier. We talked about securing and discovering and monitoring and responding to security events in the cloud, which is part of the cloud security architecture that we envision. Polera fits into that and will be complementing our identity cloud service to provide a comprehensive capability to support our customer security needs in those environments. Polera provides visibility into shadow IT and allows IT administrators to see what kind of cloud services that their employees are accessing. It provides data security, so it provisions security into the cloud environments and ensures that those environments are secure, and also watches what employees are doing. So that comes to the monitoring aspect of the solution, where user behavior analytics supported by big data and machine learning is being used to detect threats and to find indicators of account compromise. And finally, Polera has a rich response mechanism, so when any detections occur, that you can automatically respond to those issues by filing automatic security workflow events, as well as being able to automatically remediate those situations when they may occur. Polera has invested very specifically in two unique areas that differentiate it from other cloud access security brokers. First is providing security for IaaS and PaaS environments. And as we discussed earlier, that's just as important as the SaaS environments that our customers are deploying. And in fact, it's the pace in which customers are deploying applications to IaaS and PaaS environments is accelerating. Also, the investment in the security automation to address the issues that Akshay talked about, which is around the shortages in the security personnel and the ability to fill those job openings, as well as being compounded by just the much more complex IT landscape. So these security teams are just getting stretched thinner and thinner, and Polera has invested heavily in automation to assist with those things. So if you think about the combination of Identity Cloud Service and Polera together, you can, in very simple terms, you can think about it like a house. Identity Cloud Service sort of protects the front door and allows people to come into the front door, which is the application. Polera is like the video camera inside and keeps track of what's going on once somebody has gained access to the application. So it's a critical capability to closing the loop, and we'll be able to make it to where these two things interact together to provide a comprehensive security solution.
Yeah, an excellent acquisition, and I think, or planned acquisition, and I think showing commitment by Oracle for security, which is great. All right, so Peter, this question probably best for you here. I'm already a customer of Oracle's Fusion applications. How can I benefit from IDCS?
Well, today in Oracle Fusion apps and also the PaaS services that are available from Oracle, we provide identity management services as part of those solution offerings. We're going to continue to integrate further and further, and Identity Cloud Service will become the backbone of the entire Oracle Cloud. So as you uptake Identity Cloud Service into your environment to extend your identity management infrastructure to the cloud, that is naturally going to extend to all of Oracle Cloud Services, so you can just inherit all those great features and benefits to apply to all the applications and services you run from Oracle.
Okay, excellent. Akshay, I'm going to turn this one to you. Heard a lot of great information on Oracle Cloud and Security Cloud Services, but where do I get started?
Yeah, that's a great question, Troy. And I would say from my experience, I would say there's kind of a couple parts where I would recommend to get started. First and foremost is around assessing a few key areas, which I'd like to share with the team, and then putting together a prioritized, security strategy and timeline how to accomplish that. And so let me talk a little about the assessment part. And I think the good news there is that Oracle is here as your trusted partner, can absolutely help you through this journey. So what I would recommend is first and foremost is understanding where you as an organization are, your current security posture. So for example, some of the things I'd look at this phase is where is your sensitive data? How is it being protected? How mature are your incident response and remediation investigation processes and practices? And also how is your cybersecurity talent? And are they equipped to meet your goals and objectives? So that's the first part. I think the other part is really just getting smart around the adversaries, understanding who the adversaries are, what their motivations, their techniques, trends are, and that's a critical part to obviously protecting your own environment. And the third thing is understanding your overall business objectives and goals, right? It's really important for your security initiatives to be tied with what your overall company and business goals are. And so just as a quick example, nearly every industry vertical that I talk to is undergoing some significant digital transformations, and that's an important part to tie into. So a great way to, I think, go about this is really engage Oracle. They can work with you to jointly do a security assessment and help chalk out some of these next steps.
Excellent. Akshay, I'm going to turn this one to you. How do you, I kind of want to know a futuristic sort of thing, how do you see security evolving over the next, say, 18, 24 months?
Sure, Troy. So if I look into my crystal ball, and I think what you're going to see is that security solutions are going to make great strides to close gaps around the biggest challenges that security organizations face today. And so if we reflect on what are the most pressing issues that organizations face today, I think there's three of them that come top of mind to me. First is just the overwhelming number of security alerts that organizations have to deal with. So that's the first. The second is that organizations are understaffed. We talked about this extensively earlier today. And the third is that there's not enough context around the alerts so that an organization can quickly investigate and remediate them. So now, if I look into the future, I think you're going to find solutions that drive towards smarter analytics based on machine learning and user behavioral analytics that's going to help drive the alerts that really matter. And those are going to be the most meaningful alerts that are get prioritized the highest. And then the second thing you're going to see is that you're going to get a lot of smarter context on alerts related to user identities, applications, and devices. And this is going to help security operations and analysts respond much quicker to the alerts that they investigate. And then the last piece is I think we're going to drive to a lot smarter automation and orchestration to dramatically reduce the manual tasks, as well as automate a lot of the routine types of security incidents that come in.
And then next question here. Peter, when can we expect IDCS availability?
Well, all I can say is very soon. Imminently soon.
Okay, all right. And then the last question I think we have time for here is, what can we expect from your team here going into the future?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think the opportunity to continue to provide security solutions to our customers to address this really complex and ever-changing landscape is something that we're really going to focus on. Akshay talked about more analytics and big data driving much smarter and intelligent and responsive systems. I talked about the security life cycle from discovering, securing, monitoring, responding. So you're going to see as our customer environments expand, as the security needs grow, as the need for more automation comes, we're going to be really in lockstep trying to address those challenges and bringing products to market that are really going to assist our customers in this new environment they find themselves in.
All right, excellent. Thank you both for all your time here today. Now, that's all the time we have for questions here in the studio, but continue to ask them online. Again, we have the development team answering those for you. And on behalf of Peter, Akshay, Ben, and myself, I want to thank you for joining us to hear about Oracle Identity Cloud Service, our new comprehensive, secure, open, and hybrid identity service from the Oracle Cloud. To learn more, go to oracle.com/identity cloud. Thank you.
Your employees want access to cloud-based services for better productivity, collaboration, and sharing. Unfortunately, with each additional login credential, Users increase complexity and risk. We all know we're supposed to create intricate passwords, commit them to memory, and change them frequently for each new account. But the reality is, most users don't do this. They use the same passwords across multiple accounts, and they're often simple enough for hackers to compromise. With cybercriminals looking to use login credentials as an easy route to your sensitive organizational data, the need to protect passwords and safeguard against phishing attacks has never been greater. Oracle Identity Cloud Service helps to mitigate these problems by giving each user one login credential to access all cloud resources while satisfying strict enterprise security requirements. Through context-aware authentication, Identity Cloud Service can verify suspicious user behavior in an instant, helping you ensure only valid users gain access. With Identity Cloud Service, you can enforce the use of secure keys for each application. All this while securing them behind a unified single sign-on credential. By adding additional layers of security, your users get a better user experience and are more protected. With intelligent context-aware capabilities, Identity Cloud Service can determine whether a user is who they say they are by examining the broader context of device, location, and network. If anything is out of the ordinary, Identity Cloud Service will simply ask for additional information to verify. Oracle Identity Cloud Service makes accessing cloud applications simple and reduces the risks involved, helping to keep your apps, data, and users safe, secure, and productive. Oracle Identity Cloud Service. Secure, on-demand identity. Speed is the new competitive differentiator. An organization that can move faster than the competition can take advantage of a rapidly changing marketplace. But you need to be able to take control of digital disruption, and it doesn't take just one form. The most successful strategies emerge when two or more forces are combined to provide an enhanced product, service, or experience. Using the 5 forces that are shaping modern business is no simple task. They drive you outside the traditional 4 walls of the enterprise, beyond the security of the network. However, by applying people-centric security, you can more easily take advantage of digital business while keeping your customers safe. Your existing solution today can't do this. You can't support modern mobile interfaces. You have trouble integrating social login or capturing attributes of your customers in order to provide them more value. To take control of digital business now, you must move to the cloud. Oracle Identity Cloud Service is a secure, on-demand identity service that helps achieve people-centric security that is both seamless and transparent to your users. By knowing who your customers are and what applications, systems, and devices are, you can now make better, more informed decisions that engage your users. This engagement can come in numerous forms. Recently, a major coffee retailer's CIO was tasked to speed up and personalize their customers' experience. Oracle helped brainstorm how identity could help. The experience begins as a loyalty member walks in the door, touches a kiosk, and is immediately recognized. Their preferred products are displayed for quick selection, including any personalized promotions. They can then order their choices by touching the screen and receiving a device notification that indicates payment to be made. The customer simply touches their fingerprint to confirm the purchase. From online service and account registration to expanding the use of social identities in order to provide personalized customer experiences, digital transformation comes in numerous forms, and Oracle Identity Cloud Service is positioned to help you take control of them. Oracle Identity Cloud Service. Secure, on-demand identity. Visit oracle.com/identity to learn more. You want to take advantage of new cloud services for your employees, partners, and customers. You want to begin to migrate to modern cloud-based solutions, but are concerned about creating yet another identity silo and want to leverage your existing identity investment. Everyone's journey to the cloud is unique. Some are ready to consume all cloud applications today. Some may not move for some time. The majority will have a hybrid strategy for many years to come. Identity management is no different. Identity services work best as a connected hub to provide consistent services to users regardless of what, when, or where access and controls are needed. Another disconnected and disparate solution is not what anyone needs or wants. In order to extend your existing identity investments, Oracle Identity Cloud Service is an on-demand identity service that is uniquely pre-integrated with your existing identity solution to deliver a complete set of access and governance services across cloud and on-premises. Unlike first-generation identity as a service providers, Oracle Identity Cloud Service can be used as part of a strategic hybrid identity hub. This provides a single point of management, access control, and compliance across on-premises and cloud resources for employees, partners, and customers. You can now take advantage of modern cloud-based access capabilities while laying a foundation for tomorrow. You can extend and maintain one set of user identities across mobile, on-premises, and private and public cloud applications for a more holistic governance view, all through a single pane of glass. One set of user identities across all applications and services helps reduce risks by providing more intelligence about who your users are and what access they have. This helps address industry and regulatory compliance requirements. Using a single identity workflow provides access certifications and self-service requests and approvals. Identity Cloud Service helps reduce complexity and costs using a more comprehensive approach that enforces enterprise-wide management, policies, and governance. Extend your existing identity investment to the cloud with Oracle Identity Cloud Service. Secure on-demand identity. Visit oracle.com/identity to learn more.